With that, welcome inside our Big Ten Network studios in this midweek edition of Big Ten Today. I'm your host, Rick Pizzo. Honestly, feeling a little bit lonely today, but the only person who is at fault for that is Mother Nature. That's because my good friend Andy Katz is officially snowed in the Northeast after record-setting snowfall in Rhode Island. Andy, I know you've been digging out for a couple of days. How's life?
Not easy to deal with 30 inches of heavy, wet snow, a historic snowfall, but it did allow me to watch all the games rather than being at one and miss something. So I saw everything, and I am planning on being in studio tomorrow, being that would be Thursday and Friday. So hopefully we'll make it to Chicago.
I love the silver lining in the cloud, Andy, getting to watch all of the games, not just the one that he is at, which usually leads to a court storming. No court storming on Tuesday night, but there was a clinching scenario, and that is our big story as Michigan has now claimed at least a share of the Big Ten regular season title, courtesy of its 77-67 win against Minnesota on Tuesday night. The Wolverines have looked to be the best team in the Big Ten all year long, and they showed it once again. Of course, still plenty of work left to win the title outright. Still, a championship is awfully nice. Dusty May sees even bigger things in the future for his team.
Very happy to get out of here with a win, with a portion of our goal achieved, clinching at least a share of a Big Ten regular season championship. Also, we just have such big and lofty goals in front of us, so it's tough to really celebrate this moment. And like I said earlier this year, all glory is fleeting. As soon as we start to feel good about what we've done, we're going to get knocked down. And every game, every possession is incredibly important going forward. So we're trying to stay locked in on improving while also feeling good about doing something that's really, really difficult. And I even told Ed a minute ago that these leagues are double the size now. And when you look at how difficult it is to win a Big Ten regular season championship, and now you factor in that they're twice as big, you're essentially winning a 2X league when you factor in the traditional conferences.
2X may be true. That hasn't slowed down the Wolverines, clinching at least a share of the Big Ten regular season title for the 16th time. Now, 16 conference wins already this year for the Wolverines. Still have 3 conference games left to go, so almost certain to surpass the previous program record, and a lot of it has been done on the offensive end. Michigan averaging just shy of 90 points per game. That's their best since the late 80s and the 7th best this year in all of Division I. Andy, as good as this team is defensively, it's not, or offensively, I should say, it's not just about that end of the court, because defensively, they're just as solid. You continue to watch Michigan game after game, and you continue to find weaknesses, and we continue to lack our ability to find those weaknesses.
Yeah, this was a really good win for them, coming off of the disheartening loss to Duke, where, by the way, as good as Duke's defense was against Michigan, Michigan's defense against Duke was still pretty good too, because it was a lower scoring game in today's higher productivity. I mean, think about how much Michigan is normally averaging and scoring in the 90s, over 100. So they lost a game, but it was a low scoring game comparatively to what they've done. So their defense was not necessarily the problem on Saturday in DC. And again, they give up less than 70 points here. Game was a little bit, at the end where you're getting a couple of buckets. But for the most part, their defense is what won this game. Consistently up front, Di Mara, the way he can either block shots or alter shots, and then the physicality of Merez Johnson and Jaxa Lindenborg, that will be a problem for everyone going forward. And from a macro perspective, just think about this, what Dusty May and his staff have done over the last year and a half. They win a Big Ten tournament title. They win a Big Ten regular season title, and they have a chance to obviously win that outright, win another Big Ten tournament title, and have a chance to get to the Final Four and win the national championship with some key pieces back and then an influx of newcomers. And the last thing I will say about Dusty and his staff, and really mainly Dusty, is you can tell in those answers, and he's been given these over the last couple of weeks, that quiet confidence. It's not cockiness. I just find it a quiet confidence, because you know why? He's been there before. I think sometimes we forget he took Florida Atlantic to a Final Four. So this is not new territory of the map to get there. Obviously, different level, harder navigation because of who you're playing, but he has done this. He's been there, and you can tell he's locked in to try to get there again.
I also think we have to be clear on how impressive this is. Now, Michigan's remaining schedule is tough. They're at Illinois, they're at Iowa, they have the rematch against Michigan State. It's at home, but they have the chance, at least the chance, to win 19 out of 20 games in the Big Ten this year. At the start of the year, Andy, that would have sounded absolutely ridiculous if we said it about any team in the league.
Yeah, look, I mean, the top of the Big Ten, to me, is with the top of the Big 12. There are multiple teams that could get to the Final Four and win the national championship. And if you go through this league with one or even two losses, I mean, that's a historic season comparative to what you're going against. And so they've built up enough equity that if they lose Friday at Illinois, not the end of the world. I don't think, to me, that's the one they could lose over the next three. I don't think Michigan State's going to beat them at home. And I just don't think Iowa's built to beat them. If there is a team in the Big Ten that could beat them, certainly at home, it is Illinois. Wisconsin was able to have a record number of threes and score in the 90s to beat Michigan. Could they do that again on a neutral court in Chicago? We shall see. But you got to have the right pieces, and Duke obviously had the defense to handle Michigan and some of the strength led by Cameron Boozer. How many other teams are out there like that? Maybe a few, no more than a couple. And so Michigan is in position to be one of the favorites to win in Indianapolis.
All right, Andy, let's go to the Big Ten after dark out in L.A.